An urgent, silent alert passed between hundreds of scientists in dozens of countries. The cause? An unknown object, moving faster than anything we've ever tracked, had just barged into our cosmic neighborhood. This is the story of the incredible global effort to track a deep space emergency and the wild logistics it took to pull it off. On July 2nd, 2025, an automated telescope in Chile picked up a faint speck of light moving against the backdrop of distant stars. Now, this isn't that unusual. These systems find new objects all the time. But as the data trickled in, a startling picture began to form. This object's path wasn't a neat, tidy ellipse bound by the sun's gravity like a planet or asteroid. Its trajectory was a hyperbola, a sharp, open-ended curve. That was a dead giveaway that this visitor wasn't from around here. It had come from interstellar space, the vast, dark emptiness between the stars. And it was moving fast. This was only the third interstellar object ever spotted, and it was given the designation 3I Atlas. The race was on. The system that first flagged this cosmic trespasser is called ATLAS, which stands for the Asteroid Terrestrial Impact Last Alert System. It's a growing network of robotic telescopes, funded by NASA and operated by the University of Hawaii, designed as an early warning system for the planet. With telescopes in Hawaii, Chile, and South Africa, ATLAS scans the entire visible sky several times a night, looking for anything that moves. Its main job is to find asteroids that could pose a threat to Earth, giving us precious days or weeks of warning. When 3I Atlas was discovered, the system did exactly what it was built for. It automatically zipped the initial data to the Minor Planet Center, the worldwide clearinghouse for all asteroid and comet observations. Right away, astronomers everywhere saw what Atlas saw. This thing was different. Its incredible speed and hyperbolic path meant it was a one-time visitor. It would swing through our solar system once and then vanish back into the void, never to return. This presented a unique, ridiculously brief opportunity. Unlike the first interstellar object, Oumuamua, which was spotted as it was already heading out the door, 3I Atlas was caught on its way in. This gave scientists a precious window, just a few short months, to study a pristine relic from another star system. But to do that, they would have to mobilize on a scale never seen before. Capturing this interstellar guest's secrets meant pointing every telescope possible at it, as fast as possible. The clock was ticking. Trying to study a fleeting object like 3I Atlas is a logistical nightmare. First, there's the speed. This wasn't a leisurely stroll. At 130,000 miles per hour, it was a high-speed flyby. The object's immense velocity meant its position in the sky changed constantly, demanding precise and continuously updated tracking from everyone involved. Then there's the problem of time. Astronomical events don't wait for office hours. The object needed to be observed around the clock, but any single telescope is blind during the day or when the weather turns bad. To get continuous coverage, you need a network of observatories spread across the entire globe. As the Earth rotates, one telescope has to hand off the target to another just as night falls in a new location. It's like a global relay race where the baton is a faint stream of photons from an object millions of kilometers away. The biggest challenge, though, was the celestial calendar. In late October 2025, the object will pass behind the Sun from our point of view. This event, called a solar conjunction, would make it completely invisible to us, creating a massive blind spot in the observation campaign. Any secrets it revealed during that time would be lost forever. The mission was crystal clear: gather as much data as humanly possible before it disappeared, and be ready the second it re-emerged. So how do you get hundreds of independent scientists and multi-million-dollar observatories to work together with almost no notice? This is where the spirit of groups like the International Asteroid Warning Network, or IAWN, shines. Endorsed by the United Nations, IAWN is a framework for global collaboration between astronomers dedicated to spotting and tracking celestial objects. When the alert for 3I Atlas went out, the astronomical community organized a massive, worldwide campaign. The response was staggering. Schedules for some of the world's most powerful telescopes were frantically cleared. Major observatories in Hawaii, Chile, and Australia were among the first to pivot, turning their giant eyes toward the visitor. The Hubble Space Telescope and the James Webb Space Telescope were tasked with capturing incredibly detailed images from orbit, giving us a view clear of Earth's blurry atmosphere. And it wasn't just the giant professional observatories. A huge network of smaller telescopes run by amateur astronomers and citizen science groups like Interstellar played a vital role. This global army of sky watchers provided a constant flood of data that helped refine the object's orbit with incredible precision. All told, a campaign involving hundreds of telescopes was mobilized, creating a web of sensors spanning the entire planet, all focused on a single, fleeting point of light. Coordinating this global effort was a masterclass in organized chaos. It's not as simple as sending a group email. Every observatory has its own schedule, its own tech, and its own weather to deal with. The campaign for 3i Atlas became the central nervous system for this global organism. Workshops were held on the fly to standardize how to measure the object's position, making sure data from a small telescope in Arizona could be seamlessly combined with data from the very large telescope in Chile. Just think about the complexity. A team in Europe needs to know the exact moment to take over as a team in South America loses the object to sunrise. All the different kinds of data, spectroscopy, photometry, astrometry, had to be collected, processed, and shared in near real time, so the next team in line knew exactly where to point their telescope and what to look for. This campaign wasn't just about studying 3i Atlas. It was a full-scale dress rehearsal for planetary defense. Comets are notoriously squirrely. As they warm up, they blast out jets of gas and dust, creating a fuzzy coma that can hide where the solid nucleus actually is. By running this campaign, the world's astronomers were exercising their ability to precisely track a difficult object, a skill that would be absolutely critical if we ever found a dangerous one on a collision course with Earth. They were stress testing the entire planetary defense system, from detection to data sharing to international coordination. The flood of data from this global effort painted a fascinating and frankly bizarre portrait of our interstellar visitor. Early observations from space telescopes like James Webb suggested that the comet's coma was unusually rich in carbon dioxide, but had surprisingly little water. This was a major clue that it probably formed in a very different and much colder environment than the comets in our own solar system. Ground-based telescopes added more strange details. At the Tide Observatory in the Canary Islands, astronomers captured a stunning image of a jet of material, likely made of carbon dioxide and dust, blasting from the object's surface. Preliminary estimates suggest the jet stretched a staggering 10,000 kilometers from the nucleus. While early on there wasn't much gas detected, later studies found evidence of water being ejected at a rate of about 40 kilograms per second, unusual for how far it still was from the sun. All these strange chemical signatures were like reading a postcard from an alien world, giving us invaluable clues about how planets might be built around other stars. The 3 Atlas campaign was about so much more than just one object. It was a landmark moment for astronomy and planetary defense. For decades, the idea of a coordinated global response to a cosmic threat was mostly theoretical. This event proved it could be done. Hundreds of scientists across dozens of countries using instruments on the ground and in space worked together as one cohesive team. The campaign effectively proved that the global immune system for planetary defense works. It showed the world is capable of mounting a rapid, coordinated, and effective response to a fast-moving celestial object. It was a live-fire exercise for the planet, and by all accounts, a huge success. The data gathered will keep scientists busy for years, offering an unparalleled look into the chemistry of other star systems. But maybe the most important takeaway is the human one. The campaign showed that when faced with a profound mystery from the stars, humanity can set aside its differences and work together. That collaborative spirit is our single greatest asset as we continue to explore the cosmos. The 3i Atlas campaign set a new standard. It's no longer a question of if we'll get another interstellar visitor, but when. And missions are already being designed, like the European Space Agency's ESA Comet Interceptor, that will one day lie in wait, ready to chase down one of these mysterious travelers. The lessons learned from this global fire drill have prepared us for the next one, whether it's another harmless visitor or something that requires us to put our planetary defense plans into action for real. What other secrets are drifting through the darkness between the stars, just waiting to be discovered? If you enjoyed this look at the wild world of space science, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more stories from the frontiers of astronomy. And let me know in the comments, what do you think is hiding out there in the dark? Until next time, keep looking up.